Today, we're going to talk about why meditation might be your secret weapon against fighting stress. The great modern diseases of our day are chronic stress and adrenal fatigue. Those are absolutely normative for us today. But it turns out that an old ancient practice from the Bible and from Eastern cultures might actually be the healing agent that could fix these problems. So I've got 4 ideas that I want to share with you about meditation and in regards to our stress and how meditation could actually heal us in this matter. Point number 1 is that we're overworked. Listen, technology is a great thing. I'm using technology right now. You're probably watching me from your smartphone or your laptop or whatever it is. And technology's got its place. However, it does allow us the ability to overwork ourselves like crazy. Take me, for example. When I worked a job, I was on my laptop, my cell phone, constantly. I was always needing to be connected to Wi-Fi at every point because I had things to do. I was answering emails in the middle of the night. I was doing those sort of things, and I know you can relate to that. We're at a point now where our country is overworked. If you work 40 hours, you're seen as a slacker. If you work 60 hours, that's seen as pretty much normative. So anywhere from 65 to 100 hours a week is going to be what's requested of you for a corporate business job. And so with the advent of the internet, that's nowadays is possible. You can work from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at night, no problem, and work. And so we're overworked. I'm not an anti-work. Hear me on that. I love working. I work really hard. But your body can only hold up to a certain amount, and chronic fatigue and chronic stress are going to be the natural ramifications for what happens to you. The second point now is that we overconsume information. And hear me, information's great. I read constantly. I'm on blogs constantly. I'm constantly trying to put out information, but understand that too much information can actually be a bad thing for our brains. You see, our brains actually can reach a point of diminishing return. So if we work our brains constantly, essentially our brain will get to a point where it can no longer receive that information. When we're consuming 100 newspapers worth of information a day now through the internet and through books and through media, that's going to cause a serious fatigue on our brains, and so our brains aren't able to cope, and the result is cortisol spiking, it's adrenal stress and adrenal fatigue, and it's very tired people who can't be the people they want to be. They're not able to get out of beds, they're not able to get to the gym, and the result is a less healthy person. Point 3 is in regards to meditation as the healing agent. Listen, meditation can help cut out the noise. We wake up and from sun up to sundown, we are listening to things, whether that's TVs in the background, cars going by. We are just hearing. But our bodies weren't necessarily made to be constantly consuming that amount of information and that amount of noise. And so what meditation does is allows us to get some silence and solitude and put some earbuds in and maybe listen to some nature noises and basically hear nothing. And I'm certain you'll be like I was when you first tried to meditate. If you're listening to this and you're chronically stressed, you're probably thinking, there's no way I could sit still. And that's true. You can't. You can't sit still because you're used to just going. And it's going to feel weird trying to sit down, and you're going to be fidgeting and you're going to be moving. I get it. But give it a shot. Cut some noise out 10, 15, 20 minutes a day in the morning where you're not listening to anything. You're going to find your brain is just recharged and refreshed, and it's able to better handle the things that the world throws at it on a daily basis. Next, meditation makes you feel about 10% better. Now, I know that might not be the result you were looking for if you were hoping for some sort of magic pill that would make all of your problems go away. I don't have that. Some people may have some other opinions on how much better meditation makes them feel. But from some of the people I've followed and studied, I tend to agree with 10% to 12% to 15% better you'll start to feel. And that, for me, that's where I'm at. Now, if I told you that you could feel 10% better tomorrow than you did today, would you take me up on that offer? I think you would. I would take it. I think people are more skeptical to hear that, oh, meditation will make you feel 10,000% better, 100% better. But I'm not saying that. I'm saying that 10% better, you'll begin to feel, think, react, and interact with the people around you. I would take that if I were you. So here's what you do. Every morning, you build it into your morning routine. You build it into your morning routine that you're going to sit down for 10 to 20 minutes and you're going to be alone. For me, that includes a little bit of scripture reading where I read some of the Psalms. I'll throw my headphones in and I listen to something called a Calm app. It's an app you can get on your iPhone or Android. and I'll listen to that for 10 to 20 minutes. They've got guided meditations, they've got unguided meditations, they've got series you can work through, and it helps me just calm myself. So I'll read the Psalms, I'll meditate for 10 to 20 minutes, and then I'll work through some Bible reading or some prayer, something like that for me. And that's a great way to start my day every day. I'm on day 45 of a year-long journey to meditating every day for a year to see what would happen. And I believe it's firmly a habit in my life already after 40 straight days. I couldn't imagine not doing it. So I would encourage you to start there, start small, and understand this. Meditation doesn't have to be perfect. The fact that you're sitting there for 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, that's a win in and of itself. So just get started and begin to reap the benefits of how meditation can help you. Hey, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out the questions below that I've provided to help you work through some of this with a mentor or a partner or a group. And feel free to click around the YouTube site to see some other resources that might help you.